securing the perimeter. Created on the 27th of August 1991, Adamawa is one of the largest states in Nigeria and occupies about 36,917 square kilometers. Bordering Borno to the northwest, Gombe to the west, and Taraba to the southwest, with its border forming the national eastern border with Cameroon. Adamawa was one of the states worst hit by the Boko Haram insurgency. Thousands killed, villages ravaged, millions displaced, schools and livelihoods shattered, all in the wake of the insurgency. To this end, the Global Amnesty Watch and other civil society organizations took a tour of Adamawa State to see for itself and assess the Boko Haram's devastating effect on the state, as well as the present situation.
It is very lightening to note that we got here where people had run away completely and this place was totally devastated. But normalcy has returned. You can see behind me live activities from the markets, from farmlands. And the most fundamental thing about Numan is that the military has been able to recapture Numans from the insurgents and handed them over to the civil authority who are effectively doing their job, and they have moved ahead to take control of other territories. So Numan is a very unique area, and it is very exciting to be here to note that life has returned to Numan and peace is here and everybody is jubilating and excited.
Based on our observations in the areas visited and our interactions with the local populace and community leaders, as well as security personnel on ground, it was realized that between 2012 and 2015, Adamawa was brutally attacked by the insurgents. The towns of Michika, Mubi, Numan, Madagali, Gombe, amongst others, were worst hit during the carnage.
Gaskiya tsaron kasanmu dai sojojin kasanmu wasu da ma ce sojojin da suke Madagali local government wanda muke tare da su gaskiya suna kokari suna mana aiki.
Alhaji Saidu Lawal Bashir is a district head of Baza and recounts his experience during the crisis.
We are here, some of us were here in Yola, others have gone to different parts of the country to find refuge to get themselves protected from Boko Haram's attack. Thank God and thank President Muhammad Buhari and Lieutenant General Tukur Burute. They have acted swiftly by sending their various troops to the various parts of northeast region. These people fought gallantly, the army fought gallantly and drove most of these Boko Haram people away. Now before they are coming, almost 17 local governments in this part of the country were in Boko Haram's control. They had their kingdoms or chiefdoms in these various areas. With the arrival of the troops, they drove these people away, and Nigeria regained those 17 local governments that were in their control.
In Michika, for instance, 4 bridges were destroyed and communities cut off from each other. However, the Nigerian military has now recaptured all the affected areas since the return of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015.
The bridge was blown off by the Boko Haram as they were withdrawing when the military were pushing them out.
Several residents of the state, however, praised the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, whom they say has done tremendously well in bringing relative peace to the region through his pragmatic leadership. Nigerian military, with the help of local hunters and vigilantes, retook control of territories the size of Belgium. At the moment, most of the displaced people of Adamawa State have returned to their localities as schools, farming and business activities have commenced without threats of attacks from the terrorists.
Drove these people away, and Nigeria regained those 17 local governments that were in their control. That does not end the matter. They kept on. Buhari and his military personnel did their best to see that the effect of the Boko Haram people has been, withdrawn to almost, I cannot say zero level, though we still see some pockets of them around. But they have done their work very well. Most hit part of the northeast, Adamawa State of Okachim, were Madagali local government and Michigan local government. So some of us started going back to their various locations.
The military residents say have fully restored law and order, except for isolated cases on soft targets. This is because the insurgents have lost the capacity to wage a full war.
Amade yanzu Musa Musoki kuma kewaye garin ba wani damuwa.
The roads linking most communities have remained in a dilapidated state. They are currently in need of the federal government's attention as they will ease movement for farmers to transport produce as well as facilitating other services, thereby boosting economic activities. What is now left is for the federal government to begin the process of reconstruction of destroyed infrastructure.
What we used here. But our major problem still is risk, and that is security risk. As we sit with our people discussing, somebody will come and tell you, say, look, I have got some information that Boko Haram are coming tomorrow. That's it. That driving people from their various houses to leave what they have got in their houses to feed their families with, to be carted away. So, apart from that, those of us, but most of our houses were destroyed anyway, that's what they say. Most of our houses were destroyed. And our return, some of us have started, patching those the destroyed houses. The one that you can just, got some repairs effected on it. Then you find a place where you put your hands on your family. Some were burnt to ashes. Even the animals were cut away. Some were killed by the Boko Haram people. Some were taken away by the Boko Haram people. Now, there are still some of us today, despite the fact they have made some efforts to repair their houses, the houses are still what they were when Boko Haram people came. For example, if you go to my house at Baza, that's my headquarters, where I'm the district head of that particular area. No matter what type of repairs I make on that house, you see that some of the houses are leaking, some parts of the rooms are leaking because of the Boko Haram's attack.
At a town hall briefing in Yola by the Global Amnesty Watch and other civil society organizations, as well as relevant stakeholders on the current security situation and the efforts of the Nigerian Army in combating the state of insurgency. The Nigerian Army and indeed other security agencies were lauded for restoring normalcy to the northeast.
We are enjoying this place security-wise. Since 2014/15, where there's a little of insecurity around, but immediately early 2015 they were all flushed out, and since then till now there's never been any news of insurgency.
I'd like to say that we're very glad to be in Adamawa State. Some days back we were in Boko State. pass-through bill and all of those assets to have a proper assessment of the return of peace to this region. And we are most excited that our train arrived here in the post-Boko Haram peace assessment tour. When this government came, we went on a tour again of the northeastern states. And what we saw was a bit different, because at this time we were now able to interact with locals, talk to community leaders.
I had a road trip down here to Adamawa State. A road trip because when you fly, you won't be able to observe what is happening, but we want on-the-spot assessment. So as we were coming, we were even stopping from villages to villages, interacting with people. When we came to Yola, we also traveled to other locations. But I must confess, from what I've observed in most places visited, a lot of places peace have returned to the northeast region, most especially Adamawa State.
About the case of Boko Haram in Adamawa State. I was in Mubi during the time we had a massive exodus of people coming out of Mubi to the central part of the state. And some people have to proceed out of Yola to the northern part of the state and even out of Adamawa State completely. But to God be the glory. To God be the glory today. We can boldly say we can only hear of scanty cases of Boko Haram in the whole of this state.
But to be sincere, we that are here in the state capital of Adamawa State, we have been hearing updates concerning attack and some things like that after the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari, and up to this time. I don't want to over-exaggerate it and say that we have achieved 95% of peace. If not, I will confidently tell you that 95% of peace we have actually achieved it in Adamawa State.
The military have recaptured all local government councils in the state, hitherto taken by the insurgents, and freed all captives, and the state has remained peaceful till date, while law and order have been restored. People now live their normal lives in Mubi, Maiha, Yola, Gaya, Lamode, Madagali, and others, with law and order returned and constitutional governance and healing process for all those affected in the past. Our team have interacted with all of you seated here, with many other citizens, and confirmed in summary that the military have fully restored law and order in all the affected local government councils.
In 2014, the militant group renamed Mubi the largest town in the state, Madinatul Islam, meaning the city of Islam, and took full control of Michika, a trading town not far from the Cameroon border.
The people all confirm that the military have been tremendous towards achieving peace in Adamawa State. Many say the battle turned against the insurgents when they were met in their strongholds at the Sambisa forest when the military captured the Camp Zero base. The people confirmed that the military, relying on their intelligence, gathered, penetrated the bushes, and smoothed out the insurgents until the last of them ran with their tails behind their legs.
But we believe that so far, with the collaboration of the military, peace is gradually returning to these places. These are information based on facts received from our field agents. And we know that these efforts cannot be possible without the collaboration of the state government, the military, the community heads, and stakeholders of Adamawa State.
I hear like monitors, auditors, to ensure that the right things are done. In fact, I was convinced that a lot of the human rights abuse were relaxed by the army. But from the point you have made, I told you we have a team that has gone the other time. You can't be everywhere. You're still going to harmonize, but it's also a vital point because if...
First of all, we must acknowledge and appreciate the support of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, for his commitment, dedication, tremendous effort in motivating the troops at the battlefield for ending the scourge against Boko Haram.
I am from Nichiko local government, schooling at Adamawa State University, and it's located in Mubi North. And Mubi North, Mubi South are one of the most affected local governments in Adamawa State when we're talking about insurgents in Nigeria. I was surfing on the internet and I came to discover that Mubi has gotten a recognition in the whole world due to the unfortunate scenario of insurgents. In 2014, the relationship of peace and progress or development in a particular community cannot be overemphasized. In 2014, students from my institution had to vacate campus, and we lost an entire section, one academic section, due to the influx of Boko Haram to our community. And it was a remarkable, unfortunate scenario because students had to cross even, they went to Cameroon by trekking, people left, came to the state capital. The trek, it was really unfortunate. We lost a lot of lives within our campus due to the unfortunate occurrence of the Boko Haram.
The total victory against these insurgents is a testament to the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari is a tried and tested war general, and it validates his strategy of ordering the military high command to relocate the command base to the northeast. With this, the Nigerian Army and other security agencies have proven their capacity in ending insurgency and restoring normalcy. As life begins anew for Adamawa residents, it is therefore worthy of note that the Nigerian Army, under the leadership of General Tukur Buratai, in collaboration with other security agencies, have restored peace not only to Adamawa State, but to the entire region.
That does not end the matter. They kept on. Buhari and his military personnel did their best to see that the effect of the Boko Haram people has been, withdrawn to almost, I cannot say zero level, though we still see some pockets of them around. But they have done their work very well.
President Muhammadu Buhari must be commended for a job well done and keeping to his promise of providing adequate security for the country. All Nigerians must therefore come together to support the military to achieve total victory against insurgency and other forms of insecurity in the country. Security dossier, securing the perimeter.